Well, let's turn our attention to Rivers State, where the Minister of the FCT, Nwanosike, says nobody can take the party away from the people. Mr. Nwike expressed his dissatisfaction with the recent support declared for the Governor Siminalayi Fubara by PDP governors. The minister, who was speaking at the PDP State Congress in Port Harcourt, says the party's structure will not be affected by the political situation in the state.
Your Excellency.
They said that we are finished. They are finished. Anywhere you see them say they are finished. And let me assure all of you, not while we live, anybody will take away the structure of PDP from us. Not while we live. And let me tell people, I hear that there are some governors, who say they will take away the structure and give back to somebody. I pity those governors.
Joining me now for more on this is the former chairman of Ikwerre local government area, Nwanosike. Good to have you on the news at this time. So first off, let's get your thoughts on the statements credited to the former Rivers State Governor, Nwanosike. Don't you see this undermining the governance and the political stability in Rivers? What are your thoughts? Mr. Nwanosike, if you can hear me, I asked you earlier, what are your thoughts on the statements credited to the former Rivers State Governor, Nwanosike, and if you see this undermining the governance in Rivers State and political stability? All right, we'll come back to Mr. Nwanosike much later in the course of the bulletin as soon as we establish contact with him. Well, let's quickly go on a short break and return in just a moment. Stay with us. Well, if you just joined us, you're still on to TVC News, and let's return to one of our lead story where Rivers State Minister of FCT, Nwanosike, says nobody can take the party away from the people. And joining me now for more discussions on this is the former chairman of Ikwerre local government, Nwanosike. Good to have you on the news at this time. So first off, yes, let's get your perspective on the statement credited to the former governor of Rivers State. Don't you see this undermining the political stability and governance in Rivers? What are your thoughts?
First of all, the statement made by the Minister of FCT is on point. You cannot just sit down and say you want to hand over a structure of a political party to an individual, whether he's governor, whether he's a senator, there's a process in political activities. It's not an event that happens once. It's a process. It starts from a particular stand, takes that process to another stand. People need to obtain forms for election. You want to become a party ESCO at the ward level, you need to obtain form. You want to be party ESCO at the LGA level, you need to obtain form. You want to be party ESCO at the state level, you need to obtain form. And what the former governor, the FCT, said is clear. A governor cannot sit down in his state and want to come and tell us that in state, we members of PDP, like today, the delegates that voted are over 3,000 plus, that PDP should just wish them away because one individual is a governor. A governor that has made up his mind to go to another political party, and that you are appealing with him not to go. That's why you should wish away other members of the party, that you know that PDP's stronghold is in Rivers State. This same venue was where we conducted a national convention at a point when we had crisis, when the entire nation came against us, when the security architecture came against us. Nwanosike was the governor of Rivers State, he stood his ground, and members of the People's Democratic Party stood their ground, and we said, this is what we want as politicians. This is the party we want to belong to. So if the man we have voted for as a governor say he doesn't want to see us, we cannot go and commit suicide. We cannot. People do investments, import things, and when they come on the high sea, their product will fall into the sea. U2 rebels will attack them and they will lose their investment. It won't stop them from investing the next time. We have invested in Siminalayi Fubara as the governor of Rivers State, and he has chased us away. It's not a problem. We will remain members of PDP. We will invest in another person that we believe that can manage the affairs of governance in Rivers State. And similarly, Ikwerre will see us elect a new governor of Rivers State. We are members of PDP. We are proud to be members of PDP. And nobody can disobey the Constitution of the People's Democratic Party as amended. And we have followed
there, but don't you think that this division...
We have Aaron Chukwuemeka and his team as brand new party leaders who will administer the affairs of the party, and we all will fall in line. So we are happy.
Right, point taken there, Mr. Nwanosike. Apologies if I may come in here.
By going to state courts that has no jurisdiction to get an injunction to stop us has finally come to materialize. Today, PDP has conducted their state congresses, and we have an elected status quo that we are proud of. And we are happy that they have resumed their duty, and they have assured us that everybody will be carried along. And don't forget, in this program today, Ikwerre and his deputy governor were invited to join us because we voted for them as members of PDP. If he was a true member of PDP, he would have been here today to make speeches on behalf of the party. But it is clear to the national executive that he does not believe in PDP. He had made up his mind to go to APP, and that's why him and his deputy didn't come here today to make any speech.
All right, Mr. Nwanosike, point taken there. Let me quickly ask you this, because this division in the party, don't you see this affecting the governance in the party? Don't you see this division between the PDP affecting the governance of the state? That is the question here. What are your thoughts on this? Because this division between Mr. Fubara and Mr. Wike, wouldn't you see this affecting the governance in the state?
Well, the governor is the governor. Talking about governance in the state, he should be the one to decide what he wants to achieve for the people of Rivers State. Because don't forget, he swore an oath to uphold the Constitution of Nigeria. He gave points of agenda that he will work for the people of Rivers State. He has been given the mandate. Supreme Court has validated his mandate. That is the governor. But what we are saying, you cannot govern Rivers State without a budget. You cannot govern Rivers State without recognizing the assembly that the people of Rivers State voted for. You cannot bring your own assembly, a three-man assembly, and say that's the assembly. No. The reason why both the assembly and you were voted the same day is that the assembly, the legislature, will be a check to your activity. And if you don't have a budget, like a Court of Common Justice, Justice Omotosho have said, 24th of January 2024, that there is no budget. You can't present a budget to a four-man assembly and expect the budget to stand. That means Fubara is not yet ready for governance. He is just busy accepting the allocation from the federal government and deciding whatever he wants to do with it, which we consider illegal, without appropriation. And so we are saying that EFCC and ICPC should get ready to ask vital questions. Don't forget, at the end of July this year, the budget line for 2023 died. So similarly, Fubara is running Rivers State, paying workers' salary without a budget. And we don't want to talk about that. At the appropriate time, the law will take its course. So for us, he is the one that is busy raising political crisis in Rivers State and crying a wolf that people are fighting for him, fighting with him. He is the one fighting with himself.
All right, and that's what we have to leave with. Thank you so much, Mr. Sam Nwanosike, former chairman, Ikwerre Local Government Area in Rivers. We appreciate your time with us on the news.